Yow, 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 Richie Rich here. You deserve to be free. So, today I'm going to talk about keeping a secret or explanation mode. Sometimes some people might get that confused. Well, that's what I'm going to talk about myself. So, I don't normally keep things secret, but it might appear that I keep things secret. And it's not like I don't want to share with people, because I am sharing things about my life, everything here, and which is good because I like this, and people want to comment or criticize or compliment whichever way they want. Hey, go for it, no problem. But what I'm going to talk about is when people think you're keeping a secret, when you're not, from my point of view, okay? And that's where that's where I feel to be. I want to be my own leader. So, and I don't want to be dragged into the drama of a lot of things. So, for example, right now, I have had certain plans or maybe certain events in your life, and it's not like you don't want. And this comes with, especially with family and my kids and everything else, because I know from history what happens when I start talking about certain things. And that is, oh, why are you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you going here? Or why aren't you paying for this? Or why aren't you buying this? Or why? They have all these why questions. And usually there's a lot of why. They want to know why. And it's like, I don't really want to sit here and get into a big, long discussion talking about why I'm doing it. Maybe it's a male thing. I don't know. It's like, I'm doing this, bang. That's what I'm doing. If you don't like it, fine. But don't get me into this whole big, long, and me explaining myself to you about why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? Explaining to you why I'm doing this. It's like, this is my decision. I'm going to be my own leader, and I'm going to do it. So and I'm not saying you don't have to explain, and I'm not saying you do or shouldn't have to explain. But if you're the type of person who feels like you need to explain your actions all the time, it's like, oh man, it is energy I do not need to tap into or talk about, because it just takes your energy. It takes energy to sit there and explain, well, I'm doing this because of this and this and this, because this reason and that reason, because this happened and that happened and and it does. At the end of the day, you could say all these things to these people, and it's still some will maybe understand you, but at the end of the day, where is it going to get you? Where is it going to get you? It's like, I have a short answer. It's like, I'm going to do this because of that. End of story. And then I don't know why. Yeah, well, I'm not here to sit here and if I have to sit here and explain something that's going to take less than a minute to explain to you because of that, even that I think is too long. I'm not going to get into it. I just don't want to get into it. Oh, people will say, "Oh, you are not." What I'm trying to say here? You're avoiding the questions, or you're avoiding. And that it's like, no, and that's where the secrecy comes in. And why are you being so secret? I'm not being secret. I just don't want to sit here and explain everything to you. And that's why I get into a point of not telling people about things. Not because I don't want to tell certain people certain things. It's that it's not a secret. It's just, oh my God! Once you tell them, oh, okay, then you got to get into and then it leads down the next story. Why do you got to explain everything? And I'm sure there is times when you need to do that, especially if you have a spouse and everything else, and certain situations and maybe it's certain circumstances that you need to explain. And I get that. I understand that. There's maybe some very sensitive issues that need to be addressed. But in the most part, like for example, a business idea. Let's say you're getting into business. and you have a product, and I'm not saying that you should keep it a secret, and that's not what I'm trying to get at, or maybe that's a bad example. Maybe that is a bit of a bad example. Think of something different. But for example, for me, I am in Vietnam right now, and a lot of people are wondering, "Oh, why aren't you coming back home? Why? Why aren't you home? You got this situation, this, and this." And it's like, I don't want to explain. And everybody will say, "Well, you're avoiding the questions and everything else." No, I'm not avoiding the questions. This is why I'm here. End of story. If you don't like it, fine. I am not. I'm not going to sit here and explain myself to you about why this is good for me. This is why I'll give you maybe a short, quick answer, and that's it. And that's why I really detest all this. You have to explain yourself to freedom, so to speak. Explain yourself to freedom, and I'm not going to explain myself to freedom. And it's not about keeping a secret. It's like, if I know someone, I can tell that I said, I'm going to do this, and they say, "Oh, okay, good, nice," or "Oh, I don't agree with it," and they leave it go at that. I will tell that person, no problem, because I don't sit there and have to justify myself. That's what I mean by explanation or justifying. You always got to justify your actions or to other people. The only person you got to justify is to yourself, and that's what it takes for being a leader and taking the courage to do that. Because a lot of people right now are getting in these certain circumstances that's going around the world right now, and they feel that they have to justify themselves, or they need to explain themselves and tell people about their point of view, and that their point of view is the best, or the other point of view is, and then they have to sit there, and the other people have to sit there and explain, or vice versa, and you sit there and explain, you get into a debate and arguments, and it's like, here's another example. This whole vaccine mandates, okay? Or let's say taking the vaccine, whether you're pro or against. I'm basically not in favor, for me personally, I'm not in favor of putting it into my body at this point in time. I don't foresee me doing that. But on the other hand, but what I'm going to say is it's my choice. I know, and I'm not going to get into a big argument or trying to educate people on the topic of that subject, because I've done my research. So I'm not going to get into sending lots of facts. I've done it before. You send all these facts and figures to people, and you can prove anything wrong or you can prove anything right on the internet. I said, look, I've done my research. I've done my research. Everybody needs to make their own decision, and this is the decision I made. And I kind of leave it at that. And that's about the extent of my explanation. I'm not going to get into the whole scientific data and everything else. And that's where some people like doing that stuff, and some people don't like doing that stuff. And I guess that depends on you, on the type of person you are. So that's what I mean. Like I just don't want to explain. So, and that's the thing. If you're an explanation type of person, I guess that's what you need to do. If you feel you need to explain. But for me, I'm not here to explain, justify myself, and it just takes and then you get in the whole debate. And for me, this is what it is, like it or lump it. And I'm not here to, like I said, justify myself regarding any circumstance or situation that's going into my life. I have to deal with it, and I will deal with it. So that's where the courage comes in. You need to have the courage to stand up to that and not be drawn into all the drama and the ideological views of other people and everything else. You just got to stick by your guns and say, this is the way it is, right or wrong, from society's point of view or other people's point of view. This is what it is, and keep going forward. So getting back to being the secrecy or explanation why I don't explain. It's not a type of secret. It's just don't want to sit there and get into the whole drama and talking to people about all this crap. It's like it's drama. I don't need it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. At the end of the day, is it really going to enhance you as a person? No, it's not. So I just got to keep moving forward. So keep moving forward. Be courageous, and do not get all tied up in all the drama, the explanation, justifying yourself. Yes, there are certain situations where you might have to do that. More maybe a specific thing that's going on in your life, you need to. Another example you could say is if you borrow money from a banker and you had a bad month, yeah, you got to sit there and you got to sit there and if you can't make your next payment, why it's not going on, that's something you need to discuss. But as a general overview of a lot of things going on, I don't sit there and justify it. It's more getting into the gossip talk that's going on, and yeah, it's just not very helpful. And I don't like to sit there and say, oh, why are you doing this? Yeah. So anyway, I got my book out called Manifest What Loves You. Email me at courageousrich@gmail.com, and don't forget to check out masterteacher33.com. Check out his, he has a destination report, so to speak. It's called a Dia Canadian Report. Check it out, and that's it. I'm Richie Rich. You deserve to be free. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.